Hello all! We are on fall already. What does that mean for most southern Italian families? It means the Labor Day weekend is truly laborious, spent laboring over bushels of tomatoes, meaning we buy anywhere from 5 to 15 bushels of tomatoes to process into a sauce base that is then put in mason jars to be used throughout the year. It truly is a family affair, a long-standing tradition with everyone from the youngest to the oldest pitching in, either washing, cutting, crushing, or anything else that needs to be done. As much work as it is to complete the task, it is a great bonding experience for the family, even if there may be, on occasion, some complaints from the younger ones. In the end, everyone appreciates the sauce. You control the sodium level, you control the cleanliness. The purity of this product can never be duplicated commercially, plus the convenience of having an inventory in your own pantry ready for when you need it. Not to mention all the garbage that is eliminated by reusing glass jars instead of cans. I hope you enjoy this video.
Hello all. So here it is. Today is tomato making day. We have 9 bushels of tomatoes here on the ground that are to be made into tomato sauce. 2 extra bushels there to be done in peeled tomatoes, and we also have a couple of bushels of Romano beans to be done. The tomato making process, or the sauce making process, is a labor of love, let's say, because it's a full day, at least a full day of work. So now, as you can see, there are some tomatoes that are missing. They have been taken down to where our workstations are. Well, there could be worse places to work for a day. We're right on the water, outside, enjoying the fresh air and working. So here we have the tubs. The first wash, the second wash, the clean tomatoes, and the ones that have a little spot that needs to be removed. Now the tomatoes have to be cut in half before they're put to boil, just to make sure that there are no rotten spots on the inside.
Why not people?
Okay, so the pot is on. We've got lots of tomatoes in there. As you can see, it's a very large pot. That's the only way we can kind of get ahead. So we're going to add some more tomatoes now to fill up this pot. Yes, we're going to add some more tomatoes to fill up this pot. Then we're going to cover it. There we go. Okay, and I have my tiny little spoon to stir them with. This is, it's definitely a family affair. So the tomatoes are progressing. We have quite a few of them cut, as you can see. There's already that one pot is cooked and ready to be strained. I have my strainer over here. There's a white linen tablecloth in there, along with some netting for strength. This drains the water out of the tomatoes without losing any of the pulp. So now I'm going to proceed to put the tomatoes into the strainer and let them drain for a bit before they become processed. Okay, so the tomatoes are cooked, they're ready to be drained. So you take them out of the pot with this handy dandy little gadget here, big strainer, and they go into the actual strainer with a linen tablecloth along with some netting for extra strength. So you just keep doing that till all the tomatoes are in there. They're cooked and they're ready to drain. Once they're drained, then they become the tomato sauce as we know it. So this is the machine that we use to make the tomato puree. It is the cooked tomatoes go in there, the pulp comes out this way, and the peel and seeds come out that way there. So it is a beautiful tomato sauce, and it's pretty much ready to eat. The sauce has all been done. We're ready to put it in jars. We're doing small jars first, so they all have a leaf of basil or 3 in there. And this is how we put it into the jars. The sauce has been already salted, and it's ready to go. Once the jars are filled, they will be capped and then processed. which we will get to later. We are in the process of putting the lids on the jars. So this is the lid, this is the magnetic wand to pick them up, and then you put the rings on. Then they go in a hot water bath to be processed. Voila! And then you've got tomato sauce for a year. So this is the day after, and the jars have all been processed. These are the leftovers that were processed inside just because we didn't have enough room in the big bin. So they're done with a standard canner, boiled for half an hour and then taken out. And they all sealed nicely. The way to check is to make sure that there is no air left and it doesn't pop. We have a lot of tomato sauce. In total we have 122 liters of sauce. We process them in this big drum because it's the only thing that can fit on the propane burner, and it takes a little while for it to come to a boil. After it comes to a boil, it should be boiled for half an hour, and then we let it cool overnight and take them out in the morning, and this is the end result, and those have all sealed. Jars are done, processed, and put away. We have enough sauce to last us a full year, and that's with company and everything else, because there's quite a bit here. Now we actually made twice this many. Half were for me and half were for my daughter. So we're going to enjoy some really delicious pasta for 2019-2020.